Today I had to change a rear caliper on a Citroen DS3. So first you remove the wheel. Got these stupid wheel cap things on this one, so you have to take them off first. Loosen off the nuts. And then once your nuts are loose, you need to jack the car up. I supported the car on an axle stand, and now it's time to undo the wheel nuts. I always put the wheel under the car as a little bit of extra support, and now I'm just lubricating the brake pipe. So now it's time to take off the handbrake cable. So what you do here is you pull that, lever that down, and then the handbrake cable literally just flicks out like that. And now it's time to just wiggle the cable free. Some cars have clips, this one doesn't appear to have any, although it's probably rusted away. Tuck the handbrake cable out of the way. And now it's time to undo the two caliper bolts. These are 13mm caliper bolts. So you undo those. And hey presto, your caliper is free. I always use a bucket or something to support the caliper. Some people just let them dangle. I don't really like that. Now I'm just going to clean up the nut and everything with the wire brush. And it's time to undo the 11mm brake line hose. So this was very tight. I actually had to start this off with Stilson's, but I didn't get that bit on the video. Now I'm putting some brake cleaner in so no crud falls into the caliper. Not that it mattered because I'm putting a new caliper on. This is the new caliper. So now it's time to get the pipe into the new caliper and then do that one up. 11mm, very strange size. The spanner's not very good. It slips a little bit, so I'm struggling a bit here. Notice the clamp on the brake line hose as well to stop losing all your fluid. And now this is the bleeding line that I put onto the bleeding nipple. Pop my new pads in. These are funny new pads. They've got like a 3M sticker on the back, so I didn't grease these. I assume that the 3M sticker does something, but I did grease the sliders. So now I'm just putting my new bolts in. The pads, actually, the Ridex pads came with new caliper bolts, which was quite cool because the caliper didn't come with them, but the pads did, so that was quite cool. So now I'm just tightening up the caliper bolts. These are a bit of a faff because they started to turn, so it's a 15mm spanner on the other part of it on the slider, just to hold that still while you get your 13 on the nut. Top one was alright, that did up without the use of the other spanner. Get it nice and tight. And now it's time to bleed it. So I've got this bleed hose into a bottle of brake fluid, pump the brake until you get no air bubbles in the line, and then you basically do your line up. And now I'm putting the handbrake cable back, jacking the car back up. Pop your wheel on. So always start your wheel nuts off by hand before you put the impact driver on it, if you use an impact driver, then you won't cross thread it. Now it's time for a little test drive. Move everything out the way. Do a couple of, make sure you always torque your bolts up. I do them low bar, so shortest bar, basically stand on it, and then if you break down you can, there's a little speed test, skid test. The brakes are working fine, the handbrake's working fine, so I'm really happy. Another happy customer, yay! And just remember guys, if I can do it, anyone can, but you will get dirty.